Brothers, there are just too many of us out of work. People like me. This place is Guangzhou. It's an underpass beneath a bridge in Guangzhou. This isn't a tourist spot or outdoors for leisure. It's where food delivery workers and migrant laborers stay. Here they don't have to pay rent or utilities, which saves them a lot of money. It's really tough for them to make a living and support their families. There are also many unemployed and homeless people here. In a brief clip filmed at a busy bus station in Shenzhen, a passerby notices a young man sleeping on the street. The man had written on the cardboard where he slept, "I haven't eaten in 2 days." The passerby stops and asks, "Excuse me, please hold on. What happened? You haven't eaten in 2 days?"
Yes. I was tricked by a shady agency. They told me I was 30, but after all the deductions, I only took home a little over 10 yuan.
Oh, don't cry. How old are you now?
30.
You haven't eaten in 2 days?
Yes.
That's heartbreaking. I just bought some steamed buns. Here, take them. Eat some buns.
In another clip, a young woman from Guangzhou, who calls herself Wandering Sister, is seen sobbing alone on the street. She's been drifting for 6 months, passing through Shanghai, Suzhou, and Zhejiang, but still hasn't found a job. Now, she's planning to return home. Every year, in June and July, millions of student workers head south, full of hope and determination, arriving in major cities like Guangzhou and Shenzhen, dreaming of good jobs. Like a tidal wave, they flood the job market, only to crash against the narrow gates of factories. Their youthful dreams are crushed by harsh reality. This is the current employment landscape in China. Here's a man down on his luck with only 5 yuan to his name. He's living on the streets with no money for even basic food or a place to sleep. Last night, he slept under a stairwell beneath a bridge. "Brother, how many days have you gone without food? I still have a bit of money. How much? 5 yuan. His story is tragically common in China's first-tier cities. From Shenzhen to Shanghai, Guangzhou to Wuhan, growing numbers of young, educated, jobless Chinese are sleeping rough, cooking instant noodles beneath overpasses, and live streaming from tents pitched in public parks. In early 2023, a young woman filmed herself in a Shanghai coffee shop with 2 friends, one a former legal advisor at Google China, the other from ByteDance's gaming division. All 3 were unemployed. She said,
"It's a weekday afternoon, and here we are, jobless, having coffee together. The government says the urban unemployment rate is just 5%.
Months later, in August 2023, China abruptly stopped releasing youth unemployment data after the rate hit a record 21.3%. Officials cited the need to optimize methodology, sparking widespread skepticism. The timing was no accident. As university graduates flooded the labor market, nearly half were returning home within 6 months. Beijing's decision to halt reporting followed a familiar pattern. When numbers look bad, stop publishing. The backlash was fierce. One Weibo user wrote, "If you close your eyes, then it doesn't exist." Another said, "There's a saying, bury your head in the sand." But on the ground, those numbers were real people, drifting between gig jobs and sleeping under bridges with their futures indefinitely postponed. On Shenzhen's streets, a university graduate from a top school, recently laid off from a major tech company, was forced to sing for money. His sorrowful lyrics struck a chord, and the crowd joined in, giving voice to the struggles faced by today's youth. Many young people have simply chosen to lie flat, a term meaning to give up on the rat race.
Young people all over are out there fighting. Why did you choose to lie flat?
I used to be passionate too. I worked hard, did overtime every day, trying to achieve something big. At first, I was just 1 million yuan short of buying a home. But after over a year of grinding, I was somehow 1.5 million yuan short instead. That's when I realized something was wrong. Eventually, I just didn't want to keep trying anymore. I figured I'd rather just lie flat and be done with it.
But have you thought about what you'll do when you get old?
I can't even manage now. How can I think about getting old? Though said jokingly, his words echo many migrant workers' feelings. As one netizen put it, exactly. Right now, we can barely get by. What's the point of planning ahead when you end up with nothing anyway? China is currently facing a serious unemployment crisis. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, in April 2023, the youth unemployment rate for those aged 16 to 24 hit 20.4%, surpassing 20% for the first time. By May 2023, it rose to 20.8%, and by June 2023, it reached 21.3%. Actual numbers may be even higher. Official data reported that in December 2024, the unemployment rate for the 16 to 24 age group not currently in school was 15.7%. However, earlier research by Beijing University scholar Zhang Dandan estimated youth unemployment in China in 2023 might have reached as high as 46.5%, more than double the official peak of 21.3%. Chen Lifu, a policy advisor at a Taiwanese research institute, told RFA that China's real unemployment rate this year could be as high as 70%. In this video, a young woman revealed that after a week of job hunting in Suzhou, her savings were gone and she had nowhere left to turn. Not far away, a food delivery worker had pitched a small tent beneath a tree in a nearby park. He was eating his meal with his Meituan delivery bike parked beside the tent. He said orders are few these days and pay per delivery has dropped, making earnings extremely low. As he gestured, he pointed out tents just like his belonging to other delivery drivers scattered all around. The interviewer asked, "Hi, brother, you live here?"
Yeah, right here.
Looks pretty free, huh?
Free? Not really. One person eating means the whole family stays fed. It's so hard, this world is just too unfair. We're already poor and still oppressed, just trying to survive. It's exhausting. All around here are tents of delivery workers. It's tough. Orders are few, pay is low.
Since 2023, many cities have issued warnings about the challenges facing tech-driven ride-hailing and delivery drivers. For example, the Anhui Provincial Traffic Management Center reported that from January to November 2023, nearly 80% of drivers earned less than 300 yuan per day, about $41. On average, each driver completed 11.5 orders daily, but up to 45% of their trips were empty runs without passengers or deliveries. Meanwhile, Tianjin authorities announced in December 2023 that in November alone, 3,231 people took the tech driver license test. The city now has 132,300 licensed drivers and 71,500 registered vehicles. Industry insiders commented, "With so many drivers and vehicles, where are the orders? Low prices, high commission fees, no order distribution, long waits. This profession is entering a cold winter." A migrant worker in Shanghai now living on the streets said he sometimes sleeps in parks. Another mentioned many people are unemployed and living outside, occasionally chased away by authorities. In Shenzhen, water is sometimes sprayed on the ground at night to prevent people from sleeping there. Under a bridge by the Pearl River, many people sleep rough, only to be driven off by authorities. "It's all about preserving the city's polished image," someone remarked. With many businesses closing and leases not renewed, some homeless workers sneak into abandoned shops or hostels to find beds, where blankets and sofas offer a rare peaceful sleep. Some migrant workers in Shanghai now carry their own tents, ready to move at a moment's notice. They deliver food during the day and camp at night. One person said,
"I've never seen anything like this before. One man was sleeping under a bridge. It was pouring rain. I spoke with him briefly. He said he's been out of work a long time, has no money for a hotel, and now sleeps beneath the overpass."
A woman said she'd been in Shanghai for a week looking for a job with no success. That day, she visited Puxi, Nanjing East Road, People's Square, and Yuan, all without luck. She said,
"Honestly, if you're older, don't come to Shanghai looking for work. It's total unemployment. I'm about to be homeless, can't pay rent, and will have to sleep under a bridge. This is it. I really regret coming to Shanghai."
In this video, a Chinese man born in the 1980s couldn't find a job and ended up penniless. He said, "I've been homeless for 18 days. During that time, I took day labor jobs in factories, mostly night shifts. But during the day, I had nowhere to sleep. Sometimes I crashed at McDonald's, KFC, or on park benches. I only make about 100 yuan per day, but basic expenses eat up most of it. Honestly, I don't know how I got through those days." In the next clip, a woman from Shanghai shared,
Is there anyone else like me who still hasn't found a job in Shanghai? It's so hard to get hired nowadays. I just got scammed again by a company. The job posting said it was for a front desk cashier. But when I arrived, they asked if I had experience as a store manager, if I could run things alone, maintain memberships, attract customers. Seriously? It said cashier and receptionist, but I ended up doing manager work with the lowest salary. I'm really about to lose it.
As China's youth unemployment crisis deepens, the government is turning to its 12 million food delivery workers, mostly young, often educated, but stuck in unstable, low-paying jobs. The Communist Party is recruiting these riders as part-time social supervisors, tasking them with monitoring neighborhoods and reporting safety hazards related to food, drugs, and other products. Launched nationwide in June 2024, the initiative includes government-backed rest stations offering discounted meals, phone charging, and basic health care to win their loyalty. Experts say this move exposes Beijing's growing anxiety over social unrest amid massive layoffs and a sluggish economy. Chen Li-Fu, president of the Taiwan Professors Association, explains. Every month, big companies and even banks are closing down. It's not easy for so many former employees to find other jobs because the entire economy is performing badly. A lot of them are going into the food delivery business, making it a new sector that the Communist Party has to supervise. Li Chengxiu, a researcher at Taiwan's National Policy Foundation, adds, many people have been laid off or are unemployed because the economy is so bad, and graduates can't find jobs. They're trying to prevent public resentment from building up, or even trigger another event like the White Paper movement. China's youth unemployment crisis is much worse than official numbers show. Behind the rapid growth, millions of young people face joblessness, money struggles, and broken dreams. Many have given up or are stuck in unstable gig jobs with little support. Without real changes, this problem will keep getting worse and could affect not just these workers, but entire cities and the economy.